Hello, 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 all my funky junk friends. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope you guys are having a good day. Well, how are you having a good day? I say this every time. Your day's just starting, right? So let me turn on my laptop over here. Let me put us just so we don't have to look at all the fun stuff there. And let's see if we are in the right spot. Let's see. Just a double check. I'm sure we are. If you're hopping on, please say hello so that I know that you're here and all that kind of fun stuff. Yep, we are where we're supposed to be, you guys. You guys, today, this is our second one for our Take 5 event group that we have started for our Friday friends. Now, coming up, we've got some people that's going to be joining us and all that kind of fun and exciting stuff. So, you guys stay tuned for that. Where's my trash can? Oh, it's way back there. There we go. Okay, you guys, let's just get started and then I'll say hi to everybody as we get moving along here and more people see that I'm on and jump on. Now, this was I had to hold off. I couldn't say for sure I was coming on. I knew it was on my schedule, but because of the whole strike thing and stuff, I didn't know if I was going to be able to come on because actually my strike duty when we do go on strike, if we get pulled to go on strike, is 8 o'clock till noon on Fridays. So I didn't know for sure. I thought I was. So I didn't really talk about it till late last night when we finally figured out that I was going to be able to come on. So a lot of people might not know that we're here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my table up here for you guys to see. And I wanted to show you this month's stencil of the months. They just came and they're Halloween. So I opened it in. I haven't even looked at them, you guys. Just because I thought we could look at them real quick. Oh, looky. When witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. That's cute. That is really cute. And it's the most frightful time of year. That's awesome. And then see, of course, there's a third one in there. And it would be this wicked coffee. Excuse me. Freshly brewed coffee served with cream and sugar. That's so cute. There's Miss Mary. And then the fun, this is the add-on. This would be, you could do a, yes. What are those called? Door hanger. Do a door hanger. You don't have to use it as a door hanger. You can use this stencil as something else. But I thought I'd show you guys that real quick because I had it right here. You never know. We might end up picking it up and using it today. But here's what I thought. I'm not going to try to put it back in that package. It's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to sit this. Oh my gosh. My everything's falling over here. Can't imagine why. Because I'm going to pick my plate up here and it is a mess. So don't pay any attention to that. Okay, so remember we did the fun sunflower right here and we painted it all up and put the stuff on it. And then we did the mold for the Christmas tree. Okay, information that I found out about the clay projects. See how they crack because it shrinks, see that? Which, I think just adds character. So it's not that big of a deal. So information that I have found out. First of all, multiple people told me to use the IOD air dry clay, that it's better than the other clays that you can get out there, which I don't use that. Mine is the this one right here that I was using, this creative paper clay. Okay, so that was one thing. The other thing is when you get it, put it in your mold, to leave it in the mold for a little bit, not completely dry, but leave it in there for a little bit. Don't take it out immediately like I did. That also helps with cracking. But they also told me that they all said, but it still cracks. So I don't know the answer, ladies. I don't know the answer. I just think Those are character marks, just like our cracks that we have. They're character marks, right? So that's what's going on there. Okay, so let's paint this since we got them out, and we'll get this painted. I want to show you guys the, I printed off a bunch of stuff for our Halloween book. I've got, grab a plate right here. I've got some stuff pulled out to do a couple ATC cards. So we're just going to do a variety of fun things. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Jeannie. Thank you for sprinkling. And Mary and Sally. Got a lot of people. Thank you for saying bless you. Now I'm going to have a runny nose. That's okay. You guys don't care, do you? Okay, so there's that. And let's get some brown because I think I want to do the stem brown. So let's go ahead and grab some brown up here. And I'm just going to carefully paint this. And then we'll put, I'm thinking like copper, like metallic over the top to make it kind of pop out there a little bit. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with this brown right here. And I'm just going to get along here. Now, if I get a little bit on my wood, it's okay. I just don't want to get a whole bunch on the wood. But I do want to make sure that I cover all the way down to the wood, you know, because this is so white. But if some of the white shows, that's okay. That's just part of it, you know. So, and I've been using the glue that I haven't been using wood glue because remember I couldn't get the lid off. Well, let me show you. See that stem goes clear up to there. So, ta-da! We did the stem. That's awesome. Aren't we awesome? Okay, I'm just going to clean that brush off a little bit. And I'm going to set it there. And I'm going to, look. I got my lid off. See my lid? Got her all cleaned out. It works like it's supposed to. So, I actually got that done. I kept saying, you guys, I was going to do that and just didn't get it done. Watching from the hospital. Oh, no, you forgot your headphones. I hate that when I do that for work. I absolutely hate it because I like to, well, at work, I'll turn lives and a lot of my Crafter Lives replays. I will turn those on and listen to them while I'm working at work. Now, I want it green, and I want the high points with the silver or copper. I haven't decided which. So let's see what happens when we just start painting this. Now, I'm not going to make a big fuss about trying to get every single little spot, but I'm going to need to use a bigger paintbrush, I think, though, or we'll be here all night or all day painting this. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of get it on here, and then we'll go back and get the edges and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm thinking silver, but we might want to use the copper. Now there where that's cracked, I'm just going to get down in there so it doesn't show up so bad. Just like this, right here. So has anybody got anything fun happening in their life this weekend, or anything I need to feel jealous about? Because, I'm still critical. Even though we went on strike, I'm still critical until Monday. After Monday, I can't be forced. I could still be forced on Saturdays, but I can't be forced daily or Sundays anymore. Don't mean I won't work them to save some money. But I don't know what the answer is to that because we've got those plants that are on strike. So they may tell us that we shouldn't do that. So I may not be working. But yeah, our critical status is over on Monday. Isn't that exciting? It's exciting for me anyway. Hi, Sydney. Yes. Oh, this wood right here. One of the gentlemen that I work with, he's a pipe fitter at work. He got himself a mill, sawmill. So you stick a tree in it and it just cuts the edges off. It's like a big saw. And he's making himself a shed. He lives in a wooded area. So he has a lot of trees down. So that's what he's going to use. Well, he gave me piece, because they cut this first, they cut that piece off the bark, and then they cut this piece off to get down to the wood. So that is basically scrap for him. Oh, I got it on the wood. That's okay. He gave me a piece of it, and then he said, if you want any more, just come out and get some more. So I'm gonna have to go out there because I really do like this, and it's kind of neat. Now I'm not sure, see how it's red? I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. He told me, but I don't want to even guess, because if I guess wrong, I might hurt somebody's feelings. But it's it's a hardwood. It's not the wood like you get, your 2x4s and stuff out of. So it's good wood. So anyway, okay, so I'm gonna have to go over to the little brush, I think. Now see where we got some white in here where I've already done the green. I'm okay. That's okay, because that could be snow or whatever. We don't need to make a big fuss about it. So I'm going to switch back over to the small brush and get up around those edges right there. And I think this will be pretty just sitting like, if you have a fireplace or something, sitting just sitting there, or up on your mantle, or, we don't have a fireplace, but I have like this big table in my living room. I actually made the table. It used to be my desk when I owned the antique store, and it is made out of a door, an old chippy door, and then I made a base for it so you could stand at it or sit at it. It's that height. It's got a big old piece of glass on it. Well, it's sitting in the living room underneath our picture window, kind of like a taller table in there. So I'll probably, I can sit this underneath there, because underneath there I have some little like crates and different things sitting there, and I usually put my Santas underneath there in the wintertime, because I love Santas, or for Christmas. And so I'll probably put this down there with that, because this is going to take a few minutes to paint. I don't know, maybe I should just stop, because it's kind of boring just to watch me paint this, I bet. But we'll just keep going. We'll keep going and see. Because you kind of got to get I guess you don't really need to make a big fuss about the white along the edges. Let's just get the branches. And then if that bothers me that there's white later on, I will just come back and get the edges a little bit better afterwards. Not a big deal. Now I am getting paint on my wood, and I don't think it's going to be that noticeable. I think it'll be just fine. Not enough to make a big deal about that I'm getting it on there. So I'm not doing it on purpose, but it's just happening. So anyway, thank you. Strike is good and bad. Yeah, got good and bad. What they ended up doing, which is kind of historical for the union. Normally, when we strike at contract time, usually they pick, what usually happens is they pick either GM, Ford, or it's Stellantis now, but Chrysler. And they pick one of the companies, and that's who they really negotiate hard with. And then if they can't make an agreement, they'll strike that company instead of all three going out. Because if all three go out, that kind of, there's, a lot of auto workers out there. And it could cripple, the economy if everybody went out all at one time. So they usually pick one, and then they'll strike that way. And then when they strike that whole company, those union workers all go out. Well, what Mr. Fain is doing this time is it's called a stand-up strike, and he's being strategic about it, and he's pulling locals from all three. Okay, so a General Motors local went out on this first round, a Stellantis one, and a Ford one. So that's what he's doing there. But so it's a little different than what they normally do. And then even though we didn't go out, my particular local didn't go out, they could call, like right now, and tell us to walk out. So we're on, like, basically on standby type of thing. So it's kind of scary. It's kind of exciting because, you know, it's something new going on, you know, but it's kind of scary too. So put those in water. Set that over there. We're gonna, oh, there's my dryer. I'm gonna dry this a little bit. So, and then let's grab our waxes here. And I don't know, there's copper we could put on top, or we could put silver. Now we did copper on this guy here. I think I want to do silver, you know, kind of like snowy looking and stuff like that. So we're going to put silver on there and see if we like how that works out. But anyway, you guys stay tuned on Fridays. We'll be live with events on Fridays. We may do them in the morning like we have been. We may switch to afternoons. So stay tuned in the Take 5 group. Make sure that you join the Take 5 group. It is a free group. It's a free community that we have. The link is up in my description. So make sure you join that group to stay tuned to everything that's going on with us Take 5 girls. So October 1st, we're going to have a couple friends join us. So we're going to have, you know, our events will be start getting a little bit bigger and all that kind of fun stuff. And if you are a presenter or a creative that goes live and has a business, if you're wanting more information about how to join us, please send one of the 4 of us a message, and we can get you the information to learn how you can join us and all that kind of fun stuff. So that looks pretty with that silver on there, does it not? Almost looks like it's snow. You know what? Oh my gosh, I'm not even worried about the sides now that I've done that, because the silver kind of just made it all blend together. Look how easy peasy lemon squeezy that was. I'm really liking the molds, you guys. I'm gonna have to get me some more molds to do some things with. And I need to, instead of having the Midas touch, I have, instead of the golden touch, I have a silver touch. I don't know who does silver, the Tin Man. Maybe I'm turning into the Tin Man there. I like to use my fingers and smear it like that because I think it just works out a little bit better. But looky there. That turned out pretty. I think it did. I'm not doing anything else to this. I could put a big old bow on this. I could put, I could have painted the background or something like that. But I just like it like that. I think it looks really cool. You know, but like I said, you could put a bow up here or something, add to it. But I'm liking like that. I love it. I know the pumpkins. Oh my gosh, Mary, the pumpkins are amazing. Amazing. They had some pumpkins come out with this collection too. And I didn't order the pumpkins. So shame on me. Shame on me. I've got something gooky right here that's gonna drive me up a wall. You guys, I promise I clean my stuff off every once in a while, but then it gets all nasty again. There's what we did in our 5-star VIP group. Okay, so you know what? Let's look at some of the stuff that we're going to be doing for our Boo book. And maybe we could do our Halloween book. Maybe we could either go ahead and paint over the top here. I left my spider here, even though he's a little bit weird looking. But we added these last time I went live, and I tried to do a spider. He's weird, but that's okay. I did some squigglies over here, and then I did this broom handle, and then this is just some string. I'm going to paint over the top of all that in black, and then we're going to do the metallics again like that. So, but we're going to hold off, and let me show you a couple things I pulled to put in the book. Now this right here is some faux rice paper. And what I mean by that is I put glue and water, basically Mod Podge down on a piece of, you could do it like on wax paper. You don't want to do it on parchment paper, but like wax paper or the stuff your cereal comes in, that kind of paper, or Saran wrap. I put a layer of that down. And then what I did is this is one of the layers of a napkin. So the white layer of a napkin that you get, I stamped on it. And then I stuck it in that Mod Podge glue mixture. And then I went over the top of it. And then I let it dry. And see, now it's all like crinkly. And I thought, I don't know, we might use it in here for something, cut it up. But it would also, because it becomes nice and sturdy, it could also be a page like in a junk journal. I mean, I could rip it, but it's a lot sturdier than just the plain old napkin. Okay, but let me show you. Of course, I showed you already the fun rice papers, the Halloween rice papers that we're going to use in this book right here. So I'm just skimming through them real quick. I've already showed those to you once. So we're going to put those in here. Okay, and then I got on some of the free, look at that. I got excited with it. The free graphics that you can get online. And look, we're going to do some fun stuff with some of this stuff here. So we've got all kinds. Now these, let me pull these out here. Because these guys here are part, ooh, look at that woman. Look at her. See, won't that be cool? There's some owls. These are all the free graphics that I'm not those, that I'm showing you here that I pulled off of a graphics web page. Now all these right here that I'm pulling off to the side are part of this is just a cool, I thought this was cool. It says 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh, it's getting late." The second one, "There are witches in the something." The third one said, "But we can't read it because it's in the witch." The fourth one said, "Well, anyway, it's kind of cute. I thought it would be cute as a page." Look at this woman here. Isn't she creepy? Look. Fun stuff to put in here. I printed these off. Then look at this thing. Grace from the Comfy Nest gave that to us at one point. And I just printed it off. But these right here are from a junk journal kit that you can buy like on Etsy. And I thought we could use some of the stuff from it in this book and possibly make us a junk journal later on out of some of it if we have enough left. The cool thing about when you buy like the graphics on Etsy, where we have the oh, you guys, my mind is going blank. When you buy the junk journal sets and the kits and things like that, you can print as many off as you want. So if I needed to print some more of those off, I could. But I kind of was thinking about going ahead and doing a page in our book. Now, and I was kind of thinking about doing her because I think she is just weird. And so I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. I'm going to set these over here to the side. I'm going to grab, I just bought some more off of Temu. I just bought some more of these. I love these because you can put them between your pages of your journals and stuff like that, and it keeps you from letting your pages stick together. But I thought we could just start a page in this book right here. If I can get one of these out, and I'm going to cut it in half to make that a little bit easier. Good morning, Melanie. Good morning. Good morning. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut this to make it a little smaller so it's not in the way. Right, like that. These are fairly inexpensive. And like I said, it helps you keep the pages together or, stop from seeking through. Now we're going to do some fun stuff here. And the reason I don't want to paint the front of this yet is because I want to do a page in here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get all excited about the order of what everything's going to be in my book. Here's how I'm going to decide what page to do. I'm going to flip this up. Okay. I'm going to do this page right here. All right. And then we'll do something over that too. Okay. That's how I decided. That's how precise and excited I am. I just did it. So I'm going to put this here so that when we get this page wet, it doesn't seep through there. Okay. So I'm going to slide this stuff over just a little bit, and we're just going to get started. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to rip these edges. I'm not going to do them straight because you know me, I don't like straight edges. We're going to go ahead and rip that, and then we're going to paint around this. I think this is thick enough. Even if it gets wet, you won't see those words. Now, what if you do see the words? Oh, well, we don't care, right? So I'm going to go ahead and, well, we're not going to rip that yet. Let's do our around the edges. Now, I'm thinking, because she is black, I think we're going black dress. I'm going to use black gesso, and we're going to go right along around the edges. We don't have to paint the whole thing, and we're just going to do edge like that. I'm not doing anything super fancy here or anything like that because she takes up the whole page, but we will probably elaborate on her stuff. Maybe we will paint on her a little bit and do some fun things like that. Or we might just paste her on here and leave it alone. I don't know. Let's get her down and we shall see. And then, while we're doing it, we could go ahead and do this cross page here. When you're doing these books like this, you need to let them dry. So that's why we've got to do kind of like a page or a spread, I guess you would call it. When you're doing both sides here at a time. So I'm just getting my paint on this Teflon thing. I can wash it off, or it don't really matter if it has paint on it to me, but I can wash that paint off. That's what's kind of good about those little Teflon pieces. Whoops. Okay, now my page is going to curl a little bit because I'm getting it wet, but that's all right. That's all right. Okay, the good thing about gesso is it dries real fast. Gesso is basically just a primer for your paper or your project so that it now, something I want to see. Am I going to see? I don't think I'm going to be able to see that black through there. So I think we're going to be okay. So let's set that right there. Yeah, the Teflon. You can get it on Amazon. I got 3 of those big sheets on the famous Temu. I'm going to let that dry while I tear this paper. I'm just going to tear along. Now, see how I'm tearing that way and I can see the white? I want to tear the other way, because I don't want to, and then see when I go that way, I don't see the white. I don't want to see that on there. Now, if it's on there, it's all right that it's on there. We can go along it with our inks or something like that. Doesn't really matter, but, I'm just going to do it this way. Now, look, I'm going all over the place with ripping that. And I like that. That doesn't bother me at all. See, we've got white right here. I'm just going to grab a hold of that and tear it off. Okay. See, it's going to be all crazy. Now, something that I've been wanting to do, I talk about Grace a lot because I follow her a lot and she does a lot of neat things. And I've belonged to her subscription groups and her boxes and all that kind of fun stuff. And at one point, she sent us a plastic ruler and did a tutorial on how to make one of those rulers that has the chipped up edge on it, so that I could just put that down and rip it, and then it would be a chipped up edge. Well, guess what? I never got around to doing it, but I've got 2 rulers over there to do it. So might be something that we try to do and get made. Actually, I'll probably do that in the VIP group, our subscription group. Just because. So anyway, so I'm just tearing these off, you guys. How exciting is that? Now, could I get it wet and tear it? Yeah, I could. I'm nervous about doing something like that. Oops, see what I did? See how as soon as I went the wrong way, it tore it up. But that's okay. We're just going to pull that off. See that? one more edge. So I don't want to add water to this paper because I didn't use a laser printer. I used an inkjet printer, and my inks could run. And since I'm going to be adding Mod Podge or, some sort of liquid to put this down on my page, I don't want to add extra. So see, look how cool she looks. See, she's going to fit right on there. Okay. And then we might put some little, I think I'll have to see if I can find that. Okay. Some little, you know what I'm talking about, like little glitter things on her little dress and some different things like that. Now, I could put her on here with glue, or I could just use my Liquitex medium. I'm going to use that this time, and then, but sometimes we probably will just use our art glitter glue, or we might use our glue stick, or we might use good old Elmer's glue. I mean, we've got all kinds of choices here. Use what you have. Okay, so what I need to do is I need a bigger desk is what I need to work off of. But I'm going to grab this. And I have this magazine. This is an old magazine. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that on here and get my excess on here. Then I can just rip that page off and throw it away. Yeah, isn't she cool? Artsy Fartsy something. Artsy Fartsy. She has free graphics, you guys. All kinds of them. You just have to sign up for her email, and then you can go to her website and get all kinds of cool stuff. And I just got a little carried away last night with it. I'm just going to be honest with you, because I just found, I thought these 5 ladies, she's got this graphic here that's these 5 ladies. That was all of them. And I just was like, those things are amazing. Then she had a bunch of owls and all kinds of cool stuff. Now, if my paper gets wrinkly, that's okay. This is not just regular copy paper. It's a little bit of a cardstock, but it's not a thick cardstock. So I would say it's like one step between, or it's in the middle between real thick cardstock and regular copy paper. So I did that. I didn't do it on all of my graphics because I've already printed some out. I'm not going to waste the ink and reprint them because they're just on regular copy paper, and those will wrinkle up a lot more than this will. But I didn't have this stuff until see how that's reactivating that black on there. But that's okay. I didn't have this thicker paper until recently. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And I did get a little bit right here. So I'm just going to grab a paper towel real quick back here, wipe that off. So when I sit my book over here, it doesn't stick. And I will rip that off and show you that here in a second. Okay, so here we go. And we're just going to put her down on this page right here. Now see, we'll start doing this stuff and letting this stuff get good and dry. And that way, then we can do some more fun stuff on tops and things like that. And I'm just kind of rolling it so that it's on there. Some of my glue or my Liquitex medium is going to come out. See, some of it came out up there. I'm just going to wipe that off. No big deal. I just don't want to get it on my roller right there. But look how cool she looks. So cool. So cool. It's not scrapbook paper. It is a graphic that I printed off the internet. And so what I was talking about is I have somewhere, I'm thinking, hold on a second, you guys. I was thinking, yes, right here. The stickles. You see that? I'm thinking we could do little dots right here on her. I'm just going to do them. on her little dress right there. And then it'll be sparkly. You see what I mean? So see, we could go right along here. We could also do diamond dust type things. But we're just going to go right along her dress here and make it sparkly. I mean, I know she's supposed to be scary, but she could be sparkly and scary, right? She doesn't have to be all scary. Now I'm going to just her little dots on her dress. I'm not going to do every single one of them, you guys. I'm just going to do a few of them here and there. But like you just seen me, I'm going to do all the little stripes down. Isn't that cool? See, this is going to be so fun to just play in and do all kinds of neat stuff with, I think. So, and see, we'll let that dry, and we can always come back to this page and do some more stuff to it. Like, I kind of think I want to get some, in fact, we might just do it. I want to, see, I get excited, and I probably shouldn't have done this first, but Christy did. So let's put a little, let's outline her little bow up here a little bit, just to make her fancy, a fancy little girl. So what should we name her? I think she should have a name. I don't know. Esmeralda or something fun like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is fun. Give her a fun name. But I'm thinking, you guys, let me look. And this kind of barn red doesn't match it perfectly, but it kind of matches it. So I am thinking, put a little bit there. Let's get us, let's just get us a little chippy brush here. Okay. And let's give that black some life here. See that? And just kind of so it's not so, oh, there's black right there. See that? See, this is just like making a sign, you know. We're just going to add some fun stuff to it and go from there. I don't want to go so long that I can't make an ATC card. I've had a lot of requests. People have been messaging me wanting to do one. So we will do that too here in a second. But we've got plenty of time. We can get one of those done in about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to keep playing right here. And like I said, we will let it dry real good. And then we will come back to it. You know, whenever I come live, I might work on it. Or, but I definitely will work on it a little bit on Fridays. It's going to be kind of our little thing here. Another thing that we could do, I didn't bring any stamps over here. And let's look and see if my stamp set here, my stamp set I got the other day might have something fun in it that we could put on this. Also, I don't know if it does or not. I mean, it's got some really cool stuff in here. Oh, but look here. Look at these. Here we go. See these flowers right here? See, guys, I need a bigger space. Well, actually, I just need to get some of this crap off of my desk. Oh, I didn't mean to switch. I must have messed it up. There we go. That way you guys can see what's going on. I need ink. I need some ink. So here's some black ink. But I'm thinking we can go. Let's get over here to this. Now, I don't have the fancy things. Like, I don't have the fancy blocks and stuff, but we can still make do. And I'm not going to do the whole stencil or whole stamp. I'm just going to kind of, probably should let this dry a little bit. Get excited. It's my biggest thing. I get so excited, then I forget to do basic things like dry your paint. Stuff like that. And I know this is black and I'm going kind of over black a little bit, but see that? You can put this on in just a couple strategic places, you know, just to add some more funness to our little girl here. I don't know, maybe her name should be Agnes. What do you think? Agnes? Or I don't know what kind of a good name for her would be. Now see, I always get carried away. I get to go on and I don't ever want, oops, I don't want to stick that in the stickles or whatever they're called. There we go. So see, isn't that cool? Just, and then we can play. That's what's fun, is then we can sit here and we can play and add some fun things to this. I think I'm going to leave her alone right there because I kind of like how she looks. And she's scary, but she's not too scary. And we may come back and add something to her. Okay. And then like some of our other papers that we have, you guys, if you missed them, see, this was the pack that had these 5 women. There was 5. No, those were others. It must be on this stack. Yeah. So we had that lady. We have this lady here. And then we have that lady. She's really spooky. Oh, that was just a thing I printed off. Here we go. This girl. I'm not saying we're going to use all these in here, but I thought they would be fun to do. And then see, we've got all of these fun little embellishments to put on stuff. Oh, and I meant to bring up here, I got some new napkins yesterday, you guys. So I put a new Halloween napkin bundle on my website. If you're interested in that, go check it out. And then we're going to definitely do the rice papers too. So that's the idea here, is to just do some fun stuff with this book. And we're either going to do every page, we may do every other page, you know. I don't know. We're just going to go. But this needs to dry. And then we'll eventually get back to the front. I'm just kind of excited to do the inside a little bit. So I'm going to put this on here. Because see this, let's pretend, you know, we could put this, like say we could take a piece of this, maybe not on this one, but see, we could put a piece over that to add something extra. And you can still see through it, which is kind of cool. So, and maybe we'll make some more of those papers like that. Anyway, and if we run out of room in this book, we'll just start another one. I've got a whole bunch of books over there, so we can start another one if we need to. So let's set that over there. And you guys, let's make a couple ATC cards. Okay? Here are some of them that I've made. I received this one in the mail. Isn't she cute? Was during a trading thing that came from Julie Lazarus, and she put a little button on there. It's got a whole bunch of layers of stuff. Adorable, if I may say so myself. So let me grab, of course my cards aren't out. Jeez, oh Pete, you guys, I thought I laid them out there. Did I not lay them out? Oh, there. Yeah, I did. I did lay them out. That's cool. That's cool. Yes, definitely watch the replay. And let me know what you think about stuff. Look, I grabbed this strapping from work because I thought that might be kind of cool to use on something. I don't know why. But I walked past the trash can and it was there, so I wanted to play with it. Okay, so I'm going to lay out 3 cards. That does not mean that I will get all 3 of them done, but we sure can get them started. Okay, now you can put them on this side, do your work on this side, and then you can put your, you know, like one of these on the back if you want to. I'm going to work from the top down, and now we're going to just figure out what we want to put on here. Okay, now I want to show you guys. I have this whole mess right here from the other day on the VIP group. Okay, so I'm probably not going to use that, but I have this fun. This is from yesterday when I went live. We could probably use that. We've got some drop cloth here. We have bits of fabric from our project the other day right there. And then we have some dictionary pages right here. So I need a base. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these. These are just some pages that I had a while. I'm just going to use these as bases on here. And so I'm going to just go ahead and put those on right off the bat. Now, what did I do with my little magazine? Here's my magazine. It's dry. So normally I would rip that page off. But we're going to go ahead. And what you want to do is you want to start with something. Whether it's, you know, you could use that. You could use coffee papers. You know what? I can't. There it is. My mouse. No, my mouse is off. Why is it doing that? You guys, why is it changing like that? I'm going to have to watch the replay back and see what happens when it does that. It is so weird because you have to go 2 screens in to change what's going on. I don't know. Craziness. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, and I'm just going to work in 3s, and then these will be like, I would number these 1 of 3, 2 of 3, like that. So now this, I love this glue. I get it on Amazon. It's Scotch, and it works great. But if you don't have this glue and you want to use a glue stick, just use the regular old glue sticks that we buy for our kids for school. Just use them. It's glue, right? Just glue. Just use something. Use what you got. You don't have to go out and get fancy stuff or anything like that. Not that this is fancy. Okay, so now I don't want that edge right there on here. So I'm going to kind of just scoot it over a little bit, and I'm going to slap this on here. And then we'll cut around it. Not a big deal. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and lay this one on here like that, and then we'll cut around. Oh, let's do it this way so I can get both those cards on this paper. All 3 of the cards, I should say. Now, if I missed to where some of the white card shows, that's okay, because we will probably, see, now I'm just going to rip that off. Throw it in the trash. I've got more pages. So save your little junk magazines that you get. Okay, so now I'm going to just take some scissors, and I'm just going to cut these guys out. And this gives us a base on what we've got to cover up the, you know, the ace, the hearts, that kind of thing. Now, some of the cards that I've seen, and I did one the other day, it's downstairs, but it, I left the 9 of hearts. I think it was the 9 of hearts. I left that exposed up in the corner. Now you can paint these. Deb from Art and Grace, she paints on hers. And she also does a thing where if you send her an ATC card, she'll send you one back. So that's kind of fun, because that's the idea behind them, is to trade them and share them with everybody. Okay, so easy peasy lemon squeezy here. All we did was put some sort of base on. Now this is probably going to be entirely covered up with whatever we happen to do, but at least we have some sort of base on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some little things that I have. Now I went Temu shopping. I don't want to use that one quite yet. I went on Temu and got all kinds of fun stuff. And I really, really like this stuff. And it's very inexpensive, but it's perfect to have. Plus, you can use your scraps. You don't have to buy things. You can use your scraps. But I love these little doilies here. So we may use, let's use this one here. So we might use that on some pages. Let's open these up and see what kind of fun stuff we have in here that we could do on here. And we'll just get these started. We'll use out of this pack. Let's use out of this pack right here. Okay, so these are fun right there. Do something like that. It's almost like it's a date thing. Oh, here's like a little fairy. Look here, we could put that on there. Oh, look at her. Look at her. And see, if they're too big for your project, that's okay. They can stick over a little bit if you don't mind that, them sticking over a Tish. No big deal. So look at her, just squatted down there. Thinking I like this one. Maybe we're just layering some stuff on here. We've got, you know, I'm just picking out and just like I said, just layering some fun things on here. Just like that. And we're going to use some material and stuff. So see, we could put something like that on there. I'm just grabbing. Let's put her on there. So these will all be like little fairy ones. Okay. So I'm gonna lay those out. I get super carried away, you guys. Super carried away when I do this. So now I do want to add some of this. See, like these that have the little toadstools. We could use some of that on there. Some of this. So let's start on one. Here we go. Okay. So I think I want to put a doily, kind of like just something fun on here like this. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to just kind of cut him in half right here. Just like that. Right there. And then I'm just going to put some glue on there. Yeah, it's like little mini journals. Yeah. Oops. They're just so much fun. And like I said, they don't take very long to do. You know, and I have, oh, look, I got a chunk of my glue there. Don't want to lose that. I have a little bucket started to just start as I'm making things and doing things. When I have extra little pieces and stuff, I'm just going to wrap that around. See that? I'm just going to wrap that around just like that. Look at that. That's going to be so cute. I'll probably just cut it off. My hand's really super sticky right now. Okay, so I want to grab, let's start with, I'm just going to cut that because it's sticking up. Just like that. I just cut it off. Just cut it off the end right there. Okay, so now let's put this, maybe this on here, but let's put some fabric behind it of some sort. Just a piece. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, anything cool, or nothing like that. Okay? So I'm just basically playing. I'm just going to, even though it's going to make my hands sticky, I'm just going to use that because we don't want to waste it. Right there. We'll stick him there. See, I'm just putting stuff on, just putting things on. And in layers. See what I mean? That now I think I want to distress this around the edge a little bit. Now we'll probably only get this one done, but I'll do the others and finish it and post it. So such a tight one. I don't want to waste this chunk of glue right here. So silly. So silly. But see that material there not only added a layer, but it added a little bit of texture on here too, which is kind of cool. So, and then what did we have? We had, because we're wanting to put her on there. See, I could just put her on there and stop if I wanted to. But I think we need something. I think we need Maybe, baby. Something. I feel like I need something towards the bottom. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should just put her on and stop. I don't really care for that. So see, you just kind of look for things that you could stick on there. Now look, we could take a dictionary page here, like this. Now that's stark white. We don't want it white. And we can kind of darken it up a little bit. Just like that. Right there. And then, oh, don't run off the table. And I can get it with some glue on it. I just feel like there needs to be something happening on top of the doily stuff. Right there. Okay, now it kind of blends in, but it's something stuck there. Now these are stickers, like I said. But before I pull the sticker off, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to do the edges real quick. Because this is so stark white that I think it needs to just be darkened and up a little bit. Now, you guys, Miss Mary from the Painted Peaches on after me. If you are in the Take 5 group, you can just refresh your page, and she'll be on in a couple minutes after I jump off. She'll actually probably jump on 1 or 2 minutes before I get on, or before I get off. So she should be ready to rock and roll and get shared over there. So make sure you go check her out, because I'm sure she's got something absolutely amazing to do for us today. So we're just going to stick her on there. Now look, that was just, now see, we've got this extra stuff up here. We can cut that off if we want to, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter. But look, we've got a fun little ATC card. Easy peasy. Yes, Melanie, the sticker thing is amazing. I absolutely love that. So now let's go into this one, and let's put, let's just, we'll pull this edge off here like that. And I don't know how well, let me see which one of these would look. Well, let's just look with that. See, she would go with this material right here pretty good. So I can take our stuff here, our glue right there. I'm just trying to get the edges. Now my fingers, I've got all kinds of stuff stuck to my fingers, you guys. It's okay. Just got home from work. I'm going to jump in the shower here in a little bit, and I'll get myself all unglued and unpainted and undyed. Because I know everybody's worried, right? Worried about me having all this stuff all over me. But that's okay. I'm going to take these little strands here. And look, we can take this, and where'd that little butterfly go? She could go with this. Put this little butterfly on top of those just to add something. Nope, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. So see, you could just keep trying things out and seeing what you like and what you don't like. See, I think that would be a little much right there. But let me see. I'm trying to decide if there's something. We could take one of these things. Look here. Here's what we'll do. Is let's cut this piece right here. And we'll just cut this off. And it's got those fun little holes. So it's just something a little different. See that? There. Just going to slap that on there. Like that. And put it down. I've got so much crap on my fingers. It's unbelievable. Because I've got a major mess on my fingers. So I don't want it upside down. So we could put this right here. You can paint on here and do all kinds of stuff, you guys. So don't limit yourself to what you can do with these. A lot of neat, fun things can come out of them. So, and I'm just using this one little kit here that I got from the, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to put her on there and leave her alone because I think she's kind of cute like that. So I don't know what I did with my little Dobble. Just want to kind of darken her up a little bit. But see how quickly this one came together? Just look through your stuff and make it and just go for it, you know? I mean, and then you could come back and play with it some more, which I might do. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to peel her off. Look at that. Just like that. Just like that. Now, her little flower right there, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to cut it off because it's sticky on the back. Now, I should have thought about it and should have slid it down more, but that's okay. That's okay. So see her right there? Now see, we can come along in here and really darken up our edges and whatnot. Just like that. You guys, I just ran out of time. I ran over. Go check out Mary, you guys. Go check out Mary. There we go. So, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.